Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is both class 5 and class 6 revision. It's very important for both of them. Uh, our topic today, our topic of discussion of today is Hijrah to Medina. Let us try to understand what is Hijrah and the meaning of Hijrah. Hijrah means, in short, it is migration. Hijrah, in short, it is migration. So this is exactly the migration of our Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina. This is the day of Prophet and the Muslim migrated from Mecca to Medina. Our Prophet now, this is when he migrated from Mecca and he was starting to living in Medina. Immediately after the second pledge of Aqaba, Muslims began to migrate to Yathrib under the directive of the Prophet. The current Medina was anciently, long time ago. Older name was Yathrib, the current Medina. So this was not an easy task for the immigrant, as some were caught and returned back to Medina, where they were either detained or persecuted. Some Sahabas, they did not successfully migrate to Medina because some of them were caught on their way, some of them were persecuted, some of them were killed, and some of them were returned back to Mecca. The Prophet stayed in Mecca waiting permission for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, leaving the city. So he was waiting inspiration and wahi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to be commanded to leave the city. The Quraysh plotted to kill the Prophet, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed him about their plan. Still before the Prophet did not leave from Mecca, Quraysh, on his way, they wanted to kill him and they plotted for him a plan. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is overseeing, overhearing, always sees something, inform our Prophet about the plan. The Prophet left Mecca now secretly after he got the information from Allah. The Prophet left Mecca secretly and was accompanied by his companions, the one Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. Let us go to the next part and see another different issue. In this particular topic, we will see the constitution of Medina and what happened. When our Prophet ﷺ left Mecca secretly, he came to Medina. And then in Medina, everything was so disparate. People are not united. There was there was a lot of division. So the Prophet ﷺ amend a constitution for the people of Medina. What was the amendment now? Immediately after settling in Medina, the Prophet was faced with the task of establishing peace, law, and order. The most urgent task was establish settlement for the Muhajiruns and reuniting the two rival tribes, that's Aus and Khazraj. Now, our Prophet ﷺ, when he came to Medina urgently, he made an establishment or settlement for the Muhajirun. Who are the Muhajiruns? Muhajiruns are people who travel or migrated from Mecca and started living in Medina. Those are Muhajiruns. Immediately again, our Prophet ﷺ started now reuniting or making peace between the two rival tribes. Those are the Aus and Khazraj. Aus and Khazraj were the most rival tribes who used to fight for a long time. The Prophet organized a meeting that was attended by different leaders who represent different interests of group. So this meeting that was organized by the Prophet was attended by all leaders, be it Jews, Muslims, Quraysh, Muhajiruns, Ansar, and everybody else. The main purpose was to establish peace, law, and order among the people of Yathrib, irrespective of one's belief. So the Prophet ﷺ proposed for a treaty and agreed on the following terms. When they meet, the meeting was all about peace, law, and order. And then, after meanwhile, the Prophet now ﷺ proposed a treaty, an agreement, and these were some of the agreement and the treaty that was proposed by the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, in this part, this is the agreement that was proposed by the Prophet ﷺ, which was to be followed. Number one, the name Yathrib to be changed to Medina. That was number one. Number two, the Ansars and Muhajirun shall make one Ummah. And number three, there shall be freedom of speech. Number four, the Jews shall have equal rights of citizen. Number five, anyone who kills a believer shall also be killed. Number 6, if any of the tribes is attacked by an enemy, they should unite and fight against the enemy. I think those are some of the agreement, and I hope as times move on, you will write as you are listening. In case of anything or any question, you can ask in the forum. And that's very much. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day.